How you guys doing today? Wojak here. Sorry I haven't made a video in quite a while. Been a little busy doing different things and stuff like that. I try to stay kind of active. Um, it's not like I was going hiking or skiing or anything like that. Just been busy with work and then I wanted to make a video last weekend and then I fell and I slipped on ice and totally screwed my back up. So I'm just coming out of that now. I'm feeling much better. But I got good news for you, which I'm sure you already know, but I want to make sure whoever doesn't know knows. The leader of Iran, the Ayatollah, is dead. Trump has taken him out. That is totally awesome. I think that is great. Thank you, Mr. President, for taking out that scumbag. Thank you for arresting Maduro from Venezuela. 40 leaders alongside the Ayatollah of Iran were also killed. His whole regime has been melted down. They bombed the hell out of this one building where they were at, and they took them out. I think that's awesome. I guess the operation that they did it in was called Operation Epic Fury. That is awesome. I'm so glad Trump is our president. He's showing the world that we are who we are. We are America and America first. We are to be feared. The Joe Biden administration and the Kamala Harris, all that stuff, they made us look very weak. They made us look like we were dead and we could have got attacked any time. And now all our adversaries around the world are thinking twice before coming after us. And I'm talking about China, Russia, North Korea. They're going to think twice about what they're going to do after what we did to Maduro in Venezuela and what we did to the Ayatollah from Iran and his regime. So that's awesome. We did a shock and awe on Iran. Our president, our military, once again, has showed greatness, under true leadership. Trump is a true leader. He has taken the world by storm, and he doesn't give a shit, and that's what I voted for. I didn't want to vote for some dingling to get in the office and get us bombed to kingdom come. That, I can't stand that. Me and my wife were totally against that. Some people were treating the presidency, the election, like it was, I don't know, like it was a popularity contest. No, you don't put the most powerful person in office in the world and make him a ding-dong. You just don't do that. You just don't do it, But I want to back up a little bit. I want to go back to and talk about Kamala. Let's just say for an instant if Kamala Harris would have became president. All right? Now, if that would have happened, inflation would be through the roof still. Gas prices would be out of control. I'm in New England. And when Joe Biden was in office, we were paying $4 a gallon, $3.50 to $4 a gallon of regular gasoline. That's like diesel prices over here under Biden administration. Now under Trump, we're at $2.70 a gallon on an average. That's an average, between $2.70 and $3 a gallon. In New Hampshire, we're at $2.70 a gallon-ish. You know what I mean? Depending, like certain places next to highways, they're a little bit more expensive. Certain places that are away from highways, they're a little cheaper. So it's a state average of $2.70 a gallon. By now, Iran would have nukes. They would have pushed forward because Kamala would have never did nothing against them. She doesn't have the knowledge, or she wouldn't have the administration to do that. So by now they would have enriched their, what do you call it, their iridium or something like that, and they would have nuclear capability. They would be stupid right now, and we would be getting attacked. If not, we'd already be bombed to kingdom come. I strongly believe that. All right, let's get back to inflation for a minute. Gas prices are really good. Bacon in my area is back down under $5 a package again. Eggs are getting cheap again. I mean, it was getting ridiculous for a while there. Even beef is coming down. I just saw a thing on TV and somebody says, well, that isn't true. Oh, yes, it is. I went to my grocery store and I looked at the prices of beef, and I know it. I love my steak, and I've been watching the prices. They've been out of control for the last few years. Just recently, they started coming down. So don't let nobody tell you, oh, nothing's happening. We're still living in poverty. Inflation is through the roof. Look at them and say, yeah, if you think it's bad now, what do you think it would have been under Biden or Kamala? You know, tell me they wouldn't have did nothing because they don't care. And when you don't care, that's what happens. The Democrats don't care. They expect us to just keep on paying, and they don't give a shit. And then all about the Somali fraud. Don't forget about that. $9 billion, $10 billion have been stolen in Minnesota? Really? Under Democrats? Psh, come on. You know, I am so over it with Democrats. I will never, ever vote blue. Although I'm wearing my blue hoodie today, that does not mean that I vote blue. That just means I like the color blue. My wife bought me this a couple years ago for, I think it was Christmas or my birthday, and I love it, but I vote red, and I believe in that right there. I'm a true American, and I don't care what people say, oh, you're racist, you're this, you're that, you belong to a cult. Fuck you. The hell with you. I don't even have to fucking listen to it. I don't even have to explain myself to you people. You people are fried, you know. But anyway, the people that are tuning in to my video right now, I know you vote red and I know you're Republican, and that's all I really care about. If you're thinking about voting red because you've been a little confused, and after seeing the State of the Union last week when the Democrats didn't stand up, when Trump asked, do Americans come first or do illegal aliens? And they didn't stand up. Psh, come on. So many people on TikTok started saying, Dave, after that, I'm not voting blue anymore. You know, the midterms are coming up. Please vote red. Vote red, right? Let's keep the House. We don't want to lose the House of Representatives. So, all right. Another thing, the most important thing that I voted on, the most important thing out of everything, closed borders. We cannot have wide open borders like we did. We can't. We can't just have that. We can't just let anybody, any schmuck waltz into our country and start raping our women and our children and murdering people. And gangs are erupting. We have our own gangs. We have our own street gangs. We have our own bike gangs. We have our own mobsters. We don't need other ones, you know. And the Democrats just kept letting them pour in and didn't do nothing about it. Right here to them. We have real leadership again. We are feared around the world again. Like I said about Russia and China and North Korea, that's to you guys. They'll think twice about acting up with Trump being in office. You can count on that. And then you know it's a little funny too. I had to write this down because I didn't want to forget. 47 years of terror was coming out of Iran, basically Persia, Iran and Iraq. They kept going back and forth. Well, as of today, 47 years came to yesterday actually, came to a halt because of number 47. 47th president. His name is Donald Trump. Thank God that man is our president, because we would be screwed up the wazoo right now. You can believe that. Now, there's one thing I want to let you know. We do have enemies in our country still. There's nothing Donald Trump can do about that. And those enemies are the enemy within. I saw an interview earlier on TV about a retired general, and he even said the same thing, and this is where I got it from. The enemy within are the Democrat Party. They are destroying our country. They have us divided. That ain't cool. You know, our country is literally divided right now. You can't watch the Olympics without it being politicized. You can't watch the Super Bowl without it being politicized. Everything is politicized today, and it's all because of the Democrats. Back to you guys. You know, think about the people. October 7th, you know, Hamas invaded Israel. You know, think about that for a minute. When that all happened, October 7th. People were murdered. People were taken captive as prisoners. They were raped, you know. I mean, come on. That is so stupid. And then the Democrats say, oh, that's propaganda. Hey, right here with your propaganda. It's all over the news. You can see it. It's plain as day, you know. I don't know. The Iranians are celebrating in the street. They're holding up thank you Donald Trump signs. You think that would happen in our country? People should be chanting in the street, Trump, 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 after taking out that Iranian leader. Oh, no, no. Not at all. You know? I mean, Republican, people that vote red, we're like, but, come on. Come on. You know, Venezuela, when we captured Maduro, people were thanking Trump. Why is it other countries love our president more than our country does? That is so wrong on so many levels. It's flipping stupid. It's fucking stupid, you know? Anyway, I think we still have a problem. I think Iran, they have, what do they call it? They got inside people that are embedded in our culture in America. And I think they're going to rise up. Thank God the Super Bowl's over. We don't have to worry about them doing something stupid there, but we have excellent security during the Super Bowls, no matter what state it's in. The Olympics, you know, it's iffy. It's in Italy right now, but, you know, that's the Winter Olympics, and that's kind of over. So hopefully they can't really do too much to us, and hopefully they don't do another 9/11. But the regime is out, you know. And Hamas is not going to be funded by them anymore because they can't get no money. Their money's going to burn up fast. They don't have any. You know, they needed the Iranian leader to feed them, clothe them, give them weapons, give them ammo. They can't do none of that anymore. You know, they can't. So it's going to take a little time. But the Democrats will never thank Trump. They never will. They know that this is the right thing to do, and their president should have did it, and any upcoming president, but they won't. They wouldn't have. They will not thank Trump and say that that was a good thing that he did. Oh, let's talk about this for a minute. Trump needing Congress to write every damn war. Why didn't Obama need Congress? He did many wars and didn't use Congress. Clinton did many wars and didn't use Congress. The only time Congress was ever really used was during World War II. FDR, Roosevelt, he went to Congress because Pearl Harbor was bombed and America united. 9/11, we used Congress to go after the guy from Iraq there, I can't remember, Saddam Hussein, and then Bin Laden, we found him hiding in a cave underground. You know, we hung him. They got hung. We found them and we hung them. So enough with the crap about, he needs Congress. He's a dictator. No, he's not a dictator. He's for the American people, and he's doing the right thing. He has just made our country so much safer by doing this. You know, so that you people out there that are against this and you think, oh, he had no right to do this. Oh, my God, he has no right to capture Maduro. He has no right taking out the Iranian leadership. What do you want to get us bombed? He's doing this to protect America. What are you, a fucking moron? You know, so think about that for a minute. Let that sink in, you know. All you people out there that vote red, I love you, man. Keep up the good work. The midterms are coming. Vote red. You know. There was something else I wanted to mention. I wish I would have wrote it down. But I just wanted to say hi to you guys. I haven't made a video in quite a while. I've just been busy. But don't forget, it's better to have and not need than need and not have. It's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. Don't forget about that stuff. God bless all of you, my brothers and sisters. Don't forget, Jesus is the truth and the light and the way. I'm going to celebrate a little bit. I'm going to crack a beer because the leadership of Iran is gone. And you know it's messed up? I'll bring this up too. They were using weapons, Iran, to fight us from China and Russia. And we took it out like that. So everything that China and Russia thinks they have against us, better think again. Now, Trump says he has a secret weapon. And if the Iranian leadership that's still underground right now and thinks they're going to do anything to retaliate against us, he says they have no idea what they're up against. And I will unleash the full power of America without using nuclear weapons. So you think about that for a minute. What else do we have? Of our tax dollars that we've been buying, what technology do we have besides conventional weapons, between conventional weapons and nuclear power? What's in between that we have that nobody in the world has seen yet? Not even us. Trump says if they rise up against us and they attack us, whether it's Israel, the United States, or they go after any of our army bases, he's going to use this power. I can't wait. I hope they do because I want to see what the hell it is that we have that our tax dollars have been using. You know, so, uh, and another thing too, thank God he's our president once again, because we're building another Gerald Ford, and it's going to be called the Trump. It's an aircraft carrier, and it's going to be of 2027, 28 technology. And there ain't going to be a destroyer on this planet, an aircraft carrier, that's going to be of this magnitude. Between that one and the Ford that we already got, and then all the other ones that we've had for years, will be untouchable. So thank your lucky stars that Donald Trump is our president, and move on with your life. Prepare yourselves, because I still believe something is coming. What, I don't really know, but I think World War III will come. Eventually, China is going to test the waters and attack Taiwan. Eventually, Russia is either going to nuke Ukraine and nuke his way right through Europe. It's the only way for him to really win the war. He'd have to nuke a path right through, you know, and whatever countries don't get nuked would have to surrender to his beck and call. So it is what it is. I still think we're heading that way. Do I think it's going to be right now? I don't think so, but I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. So God bless to all of you. This is the Wojak. Don't forget, Wojak means warrior of Jesus and God. And yes, I have protection. I am a true warrior. Whatever Jesus needs me to do to save my brothers and sisters, I will. Have a good day, and God bless.